So, do you recall the giant goldfish at the end of the Little Garden arc? It is known as the Island Eater. He is classified as a Type C creature, which is a big savage. What's interesting about this giant goldfish is that it is a relative to the fighting fish of Dressrosa, whose meat is said to taste like sea beast meat. So that's very interesting that they taste like sea kings. But what's also kind of odd about this is that it's one of those examples of one of Usopp's lies coming true, even down to the whole bit about its poop becoming an island. Because in this case, the island eater's poop did in fact become an island, because in chapter 129, Brogy states that the island eater swallows whole islands, which is in the name, and produces poop, which became the island known as Nani Monai Island, which is the island just before reaching Alabasta. We've never seen this island, but it's only mentioned by Brocky. So I thought all those things were super interesting. It's also very interesting that in both cases, both with the Island Eater himself and the dwarves on Dressrosa, we have these two very Usopp centric things coming together in a way. Because, two, the dwarves that were originally one lie told by Usopp. So it's very funny that one lie comes back to reference another lie in this case, which I find very interesting. What's also interesting about the goldfish being related to the fighting fish is that it gives us a few interesting narrative through lines. Because one, the goldfish is introduced in an arc that introduces us to the biggest form of humanity in the series, that being the giants. Then in Dressrosa, the goldfish's relative, the fighting fish, serves to introduce us to the smallest form of humanity in the dwarves, also known as the Tontatta. This too is interesting when you look at Usopp, because Usopp sees the giants as heroes, and he both figuratively and literally looks up to them. However, in Dressrosa, the dwarves see Usopp as a hero because he lied and said he was a descendant of Noland, and they physically and figuratively look up to him as their savior, and he actually was their savior. So all in all, that's very interesting. But with that being said, give me your thoughts and tell your friends about Polypede Works.